Wait a minute. What's this? Grandma's recipe book. Now, what do we got here? Cooking pork chops, baking bread. Oh, what's this? Recipe for a Minecraft cake. I didn't know you could bake cakes in Minecraft. Take 3 buckets of milk, mix together with 1 egg and 2 sugars. Add 3 wheat. Note, if allergic to cow's milk, alternative milk may be used. Alternative milk? What's alternative milk? Maybe it's... No. Oh, this has to be it. Nothing. Maybe it means... Oh, no, definitely not that. Surely it couldn't mean... No. Well, there's no harm in trying. Now how are we going to do this? Alright, Squid, make your way over here and we'll see what we can do with you. Here it goes. I did it! 1 bucket of squid milk. 2 buckets of squid milk. Come on, Squiddy. 3 buckets of squid milk. Ugh. Alright, so our recipe calls for milk, sugar, eggs, and wheat, but these are the sugar canes and not the sugar. So I wonder if we can squeeze the sugar out of these. Yep, we can. Alright, let's put our recipe together. We'll add that delicious squid milk, the egg, and the wheat, and we should get ourselves a cake. And our buckets back. Fantastic. Now, are we going to eat this? I'm not so sure I want to eat this. I'm just going to put it here on the table and maybe I'll get back to it later. Another beautiful Minecraft morning sunrise. Hi, it's me, bugmancx. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft The Journey. Since the last episode, I have been working on the house a little bit, working on a bit of remodeling, a bit of the decorations, trying to make the place feel a little bit more homely and a little bit more lived in. So as you can see up here, this is the master bedroom. I've been working on a bit of the decorations around the walls and around the windows and trying to make these textures a bit less bland, a bit more broken up. And yeah, the bed, not sure about the bed at the moment. The headboard reminds me too much of the 1980s, but I did try and use some of the new blocks from Minecraft Beta 1.2. Just testing, really. I'll probably swap these out, but for now, they are the 1980s bed. I've also used the trick down here where you can put several chests in a row together without having to separate them with a block in the middle by using a water bucket. And that's something that we tried out in alpha. It still exists in this version of the game, so that bug will probably be patched at some point in the future. Who knows? But you can also see around this room, I've tried to use a bit of texturizing on the walls here with some stair blocks and some other techniques to try and break up those textures more and make it feel a little bit less bland. It's very, very difficult in Minecraft Alpha or Beta because there are so few blocks, and those that you do have tend to be 1 by 1 meter cubes, like this bookshelf here. I mean, who has a bookshelf that's 2 by 1 meters thick, you know? It's just, that's a very, very thick bookshelf. I don't know about you, but my bookshelves tend to be about 1 foot thick, or deep, I should say. So yeah, something that you just have to contend with when it comes to decorating in Minecraft. So there are only a few blocks that actually have some dimension to them, like the stair block, the signs, and the fences over here, like this, and the doors. These sorts of things you can use to accent the builds a little bit, but you really are very limited. Heading down to the main section of the house now, you can see we've done a little bit of work here, but not too much. I've worked on the garden here, I've put in a table, and I've started to figure out the dimensions of the living room as well. But through here is where I've done the most work. Let's see if I can hop that fence. Beautiful. Through here, I've dug out this rear section of the house, and this is what's going to become the kitchen. I haven't put a floor in yet or any of the other fixtures or fittings. I haven't figured out the space just yet, but it will look good when it's finished, I hope, and we'll open up that wall so we've still got some more light coming in and a sunset view from the kitchen while we're doing the dishes, I suppose. Behind me is where the main bulk storage will be for the rest of this portion of the build while we're developing the lake area, and I can extend this through down here as long as I want, really, because that's just inside of the mountains, so it's going to be pretty easy to extend our bulk storage if we need to. Hey, what are you doing? While I've been working in this area, especially while I've been going around hunting sheep over the last few days, I have discovered 3 dungeons in this vicinity, so I want to go and explore those with you and see what's inside of the chests because I wanted to save that for camera. There are a couple of things that I have not yet found in this game that I really want to, and that is the records. There are 2 records in this game at the moment that we haven't even been able to play because you can only find them in dungeon chests. So let's go and uncover those dungeons and we'll discover what's inside them. The first one is sort of under the house. Well, not exactly under the house, but the way to get there is if I head up here and then dig underneath this balcony, we should find in here, a little secret area. And through here, this leads to a cave network. Now, I've left myself a few cobble markers just so I remember how to get there approximately. And I need to figure out exactly where this one is so that we can get there from the surface more efficiently. But if I go back this way, and head up here, it should be, yep, there it is. I've obviously run in there and torch spammed it already, and it looks like this one is a spider spawner, so I'm wondering what we can use that for. We already have a spider farm, so I don't know if it's any value to us, but we'll keep it anyway. Now, I want to see what's in these chests, and I'm hoping for a music disc. Come on, game. Oh, thanks, game. Iron, bread, couple of sulfur, and some wheat. Let's hope chest number 2 is a little bit better. Okay. Ready? Okay. Couple of buckets. They'll be handy. A saddle, that's always handy. And again, some bread, which of course I just tried to stack, but can't. All right, let's find one of these other spawners. The next one is a little bit further away, and I'm going into this one armed because I haven't secured it and I have no idea what I'm going to be up against, but it is down here somewhere in the mountainside. Looks like I spot a creeper already. Hey, what you doing down there? Having fun? Bit close for comfort. Goodbye. So it should be along this cliffside somewhere. There's a little cave. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, there's a beastie already. I hope you are a friendly one. Well, you're dead now, so it doesn't matter. Here we go. Okay. So, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, there's quite a few of you, aren't there? Good thing I brought my armor. This one looks like it's a spider spawner as well. Okay, 2 spider spawners. Not the end of the world. We can do something with this. I've got some ideas already flowing. But, more importantly, let's see what's inside of this chest. Wheat, bucket, string. Great. Thank you, game. Okay, chest number 2, please be a music disc. That's all I want. Sulfur, wheat, and redstone. Pretty boring. Disappointed, game. Let's go and check out spawner number 3. The third and final spawner is in a very interesting location indeed. As you can see, I'm here on the side of the house, and this is a very high-trafficked area. I'm always walking through here doing all sorts of things, and sometimes creepers creep up. As you can see behind me, this is a creeper hole, and when I was traveling through here after the creeper explosion, I noticed that there were a lot of growls coming from underneath the ground, and at first I thought it was a cave system, so I dug down, and then look what I found. That's not my cobble, that is a dungeon. So if we head all the way around here, we'll find its entrance. I've already torched this one off because it was just too risky to leave closed, but I haven't looked inside these chests here, so I'm really excited to see what's inside. I'm also keen to know what we can do with this because this hole here, this is right under the tree, right out the front, so it's really close to our actual house. Okay, so let's do this, shall we? Let's find out. Please be a record. No record, just iron, just sulfur, and some bread, of course, always with the bread. Okay, this is the very last chest. of the dungeons, possibly the last dungeon we're going to find around this area for a while. Here's hoping. My fingers are crossed. Nope. 2 saddles. I won't say no to that, but unfortunately, still no music discs. When am I going to find a music disc? I just want to play some records. It's not fair. Well, after that rather unsuccessful dungeon loot find, I thought we should spend some time investigating what's going on with this squid farm, because as we know from the last episode, squid have just stopped spawning completely, and I need their ink sacs to finish off my black wool decorations for this room. So I thought we would do some investigations, but to do the right kind of investigations, we're going to need the right kind of attire. So let's do a quick change. That's right, Inspector Buglock Holmes here at your service and ready to assist. Something's afoot, wouldn't you say? Well, it seems we have a mystery on our hands, and that mystery is why are there no squid spawning in the lake? If we take a closer look at the lake, we should discover that there are no squid in here at all. Now, we've got a couple of lights down here so that we can see better, but we do have a couple of investigatory tools up our sleeve to be able to get to the bottom of this more effectively. First, if I just change the fog distance and bring it all the way down to the closest level, that sort of lights up the bottom of the lake bed, and we have a better view of whether there are any squid down there or not. Now, if there were squid there at the moment, I would be expecting to see them swimming around at the bottom of the lake here and doing their thing, but based on what I can see, there is absolutely nothing going on here. Furthermore, if we travel out to an area of the server in which we haven't been for a while, we should see that squid are capable of spawning in these areas. In fact, if I turn down the render distance again, you can see clearly that there are squid beneath my boat, proving that squid are capable of spawning on the server, just not in our area. Now, what other facts do we know? Well, we know that squid will only spawn in water. In fact, they require only a 1x1 water source block to be able to spawn. We know that squid within this version of the game are amphibious, meaning that they can survive either in or out of water. We also know that squid can currently swim down, but not up, meaning that it's possible for them to become trapped within the watery depths. We know that while we remain around the lake, we're only loading the chunks within a certain radius of this area, so anything outside of that radius cannot affect us while those chunks remain unloaded. We know that squid will only spawn within a certain radius of the player, which means that the more time we spend around the lake, the more opportunity there is for squid to spawn. We also know that there's a mob cap that prevents new squid from spawning when there are already too many within the loaded chunks. The fact that no further squid spawning in this area indicates that the mob cap is in effect for the squid in these chunks, and that there must be squid elsewhere in the loaded chunks that are taking up the mob cap. Considering we've inspected all bodies of water around this general area, the question remains, where are they? My dear Watson, it's elementary. Since squid only require a 1x1 water source block in which to spawn, there must be some small underground caves with underground springs that have had squid spawning in them only to become trapped down there, never dying nor despawning. The only way to be sure is to light up every cave within this area and remove any water sources we find. I'm sure that if we search the caves, we'll find our missing squid. Well, with impeccable logic like that, I better get out there and start lighting up the caves around this area, because I'm pretty sure that Buglock Holmes is right. And although he is a fictional genius of the 19th century, I'm a genius of the 21st century, and I've got access to computers. So I was able to write some code that extracted all of the coordinates of all of the squid in this world. So let's take a look at where they all are and see if we can work out what's going on. Now if you take a look at that, that's a list of every single squid's coordinates within this world. We're only interested in the coordinates around the lake area, which is approximately 700 by 400. So if we scroll through a little bit further, and if we stop right around, yep, look at that. There are these little groupings of squid that are all around the similar coordinate. So if we follow those coordinates, I'm sure that we'll find a cave and find some squid. I'm all set for my adventure here in my full set of armor because I never wear all of that and I probably should. But I've got myself plenty of food, some backup tools here and some blocks as well, just in case I need them. I always forget to bring food whenever I go adventuring, so it's a good thing that I remembered to do that. Now, if I have a look at my current coordinates, I'm at 715, 71, 518. And our first sort of group of coordinates was 700, 49, and then 820 something. So if we just go down here and have a look, so the X coordinate is increasing, so we need to go back this way to decrease it to 700. And then on the Z coordinate, we want to get to 800, which is this way. So if I head off in this direction and then find those coordinates precisely, let's see what we find. Well, we're pretty much spot on here, and I knew it would be this ocean as soon as I head off in this direction. But I'm going to use the fog trick to see if we can see where these squid actually are. So if I reduce the fog level down and have a look at the ocean floor, nothing yet. Oh, there they are, right there beneath our feet. So if I should have brought some better lighting because I can barely see anything. But I hear them around me. I can barely see them on screen. So I'm just going to get rid of these guys. There we go. Sorry, squiddies. Let's get some more air before I... this is not the most easiest way to breathe underwater. There's another one. Okay. So there's a few less squid, and I'm going to patch that little area up with some dirt to prevent any future squid from getting trapped there. As soon as I get up. Oh, it's so foggy today. So once I've done that, we'll move on to our second set of squid. Did you know that the collective noun for a group of squid is a shoal? Just like fish, I guess. There are shoals of fish and shoals of squid. It's not very exciting. I thought it would be something cool. But then I found that there was a petition a few years ago on change.org to have the collective noun for squid changed to squad. A squad of squid. That sounds pretty cool. I'm in favor of that. So let's go find our next squad of squid. Now to do that, we have to put up the trusty F3 screen again, and our next coordinate grouping is around about 745 by 560. And so that's actually pretty close to where we are. 745 should be right over here in this lake, and 560 as well, I'm pretty sure. So if we head to where is 745? Over here. 745 and 560 is this way, isn't it? Or is it back this way? I can't do coordinates. Why aren't the coordinates changing? Hold on. 745. Okay, 745 and 560 is this way. Oh, okay. I thought it would be under the lake, but I was mistaken. Okay, ready? 560. Okay, it's right up here by this tree. So if we dig straight down, and yep, we're going to do it. We're going to dig straight down, YOLO and all that. Doesn't matter. If we die, we die. It's okay. Let's see what we uncover. Let's see if we land on an entire squad of squid. All right, I can hear running water. We should be pretty close now. We're at 20 and we need to get to 16. So, oh, hello. Look at this. This is the evidence right here. We were absolutely right. There are these little squads of squid all around the caves like this, and they're all just stuck here because these squid will not stop breathing. They're able to breathe in the air. Okay, well, we better get rid of these, and then we better get rid of the water sources that have caused them to spawn here in the first place. And while we're down here, we're going to light up these caves as well. The next set of coordinates we're going to take a look at is around about 807 by 232. So that should be way off in that direction somewhere, but not too far. So, you know, yes, we're heading in the right direction. I can do coordinates now. The Z is going down and the X is going up. That's what we want. So I'm going to make my way around there and see what we can find. 807 by 232, and we're pretty far away from the lake actually. About 300 blocks away, and this is the direction back towards our lake. And down here, there's another lake. That's the second closest, largest body of water besides the ocean. And this is sort of a system of lakes that goes around this way to this really large section here. But we're interested in a set of coordinates beneath us at Y level 19. And if you hop down this way, and go around here, there is, in fact, a little cave system that just opens up. So we're going to explore this thing and see if this leads us to any rogue squid. I see water down there and the familiar sight of tentacles. So I'm going to dig around a bit and make my way down and see what we've got. Well, it looks to me like it's a little underground rock pool, so we might as well get rid of these fellas and once again fill this in. I feel like I've been all over this area in the last few hours just to try and find as many rogue squid and possible squid spawning locations as I could. I visited a few more locations than the ones that I showed you and found a few more squid as well, so I'm keen to see how it has affected the spawn rates in our farm. So let's dive down and see how the farm is getting on. I really need to get the entrance finished. Oh, squid! Oh, this makes me very happy. We may not have completely solved the problem, but we have definitely improved the spawn rates, and that is all I need for now. I can continue killing the squid and getting their ink sacs and finish off my build. Now that we've addressed the squid spawning situation, I should be able to show you what's going on with me milking these squid. Of course, it wouldn't normally be possible to milk squid, but this all came down to how the mob was added to the game by Jens. In his own words, Jens said, "I didn't really know how the system worked, so I just copied the cow and fiddled with it. Inevitably, I forgot to remove some parts I didn't need, so for a while you were able to use a bucket on a squid to get milk. It's not that easy to milk a squid, believe me, but I think I've figured out the best way to do it reliably. What I've found is that you can't milk the squid from above, so you need to make sure that your character is at least 1 block below the squid, and as long as it's close enough, you should have no trouble milking it." Ah, delicious. Well, we're definitely learning more about the squid with every single episode, and I don't know about you, but I'm kind of enjoying it. I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched today's episode, and if you enjoyed yourself, then feel free to leave a comment, a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I also want to say a huge thank you to my patrons. Of course, your support helps keep me going. Thank you very much. But the real question is, can I eat a cake made from squid milk? I don't know if I can. Until the next episode, this has been bugmancx. You've been watching Minecraft The Journey. Bye-bye. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's just a squid cake. Here goes. Oh, I feel strange. Oh, never again, never again, never again.